Hello everybody and welcome to the third episode of the Attack of the Cl-oin. Today we're just going to find out what has happened after the January transfer window for my duplicate and see how he's doing in his brand new opportunity. I have a rough idea what's happened since I had to stop the holidaying at middle of January, but we're now at the end and we can see exactly how he has fared. And he's been nominated for League 2 Manager of the Month, so that's a good sign. But let's see how good of a sign it is through the league table. And without further ado, he's in 6th position. That's very good. I'm delighted that he's making a mark for himself. We have a goal difference of +1, so it's definitely rough and tumble in the 4th tier. But you can see here he's won 13 times, drew 7 and lost 8 games. But obviously he can only be credited for half or at least 3/4 of those games, so we'll go into greater detail with him now, see what has happened. Overview. So at York he's played 21 of those games, 10 wins, 7 draws, 4 defeats, 47% win ratio and plus 8 goal difference I believe, so fantastic improvements for Harman. And we'll now look at New York in closer detail and see what difference he has made. And you can see, wow, look at this unbeaten run. And in fact he went on a mad winning streak here. So his first game was this 3-0 away win, which we saw in the last episode of the experiment. But he beat Torquay, Southend, Mansfield and Oxford consecutively. He got 3 consecutive draws and then 3 defeats, one after the other. Then he suffered a little bit more against Newport County and Kidderminster before this great run here between Accrington and Wycombe Wanderers at the end of the month. So that's really good. We'll take a look at his goal scorers. Can we pick out any names? Wes Fletcher seems to be popping up every now and again. Yeah, Wes Fletcher definitely. Anton Forrester, Rory Balding. Definitely those names are ones to look out for. So let's look at his tactics, see what he's done. So he played 4-4-2 in the last game, I believe, and he has 2 loans, which you can talk about in a moment, and a few injuries to deal with, but that's just part and parcel of football, I suppose. Now let's take a look at his squad. Mostly Englishmen, and a few Central American places. And that sort of thing. He's got Shane Griffin, who I signed for Chesterfield actually. He was here before he joined the club, so very interesting that we have a former friend so soon. And I would actually consider bringing Griffin back in the Chesterfield of Dreams, since he's a really good player and he's available for cheap. So we've got Northern Irishman there as well, hidden in between. So if we take a look at selection info, the top goal scorer is Wes Fletcher on 12. Looks a very handy young player. Followed up by Anton Forrester and Rory Balding, as I mentioned before. So very handy 3 strikers that are doing the business. Paul Connolly at right back, he's doing well. Credit to him there. And Emile Sinclair injured for how long? Oh, just a facial injury. That's unfortunate. So he's got plenty of striker options. I don't tend to have as many strikers, but that's okay if he's getting the results. Most appearances, Russ Penn has just a workman-like midfield duty, and John McComb at centre-back has played 27 times, so that's great. Where's the goalkeeper? Stuart Moore. Let's have a look at him. Yes, that's not too bad actually. Just 21 years of age, and he's played 23 games, whereas compared to the other goalkeeper, Jason Mooney, he's played 5 times, so that's reasonable enough. And then the average rating, we'll take a look there. Shane Griffin, 7.58. That's marvellous. And John McComb, 7.18. Keith Lowe, the other defender, he's a veteran at this stage, 30 years of age. That's good. Leon Lega hasn't had too many games, but he's been out long term, I'd say. Just an unfortunate injury. Yeah, he's been out a long time. I hope he gets back soon. Wes Fletcher 6.88 and so on and so forth. So great work for York. Lots of rhyming today, but let's see if he brought in any more transfers. That's also what I want to see. So no I've seen this page already, and the only player he's brought in is Cameron Borthwick-Jackson on loan from Man United. So a bit of bias from Harmon there, picking his favourite English club. And then he sent out a few guys out on loan since his time at the club. They're not very interesting, I don't think. Let's just see what York's stats for the season were like. We need to check out their general. So they're predicted 17th. That's a huge improvement there for Harmon. And we need to check out some of their facilities. I think that would be good. Yeah, so he's got basic corporate facilities to work with, adequate training, very below average youth facilities, so we're low down the pecking order there. Basic youth recruitment, adequate junior coaching, but there's a planned expansion here at the York Community Stadium for 2016. I don't know if that's a real life move or it's going to be regular plan, but it's a downgrade to Bootham Crescent here. It's 7,192 regular capacity, so we're going down, but it might be for health and safety to get a brand new stadium with the lower capacity, so that's fair enough. And have they done well in the cups? Let's see, I forgot to check that. So no, they're out early in the FA Cup to Forest Green Rovers. That's no good. The Johnson's Paint Trophy ended early on penalties, and Harmon again wasn't in charge as the Capital One Cup ended early. So very, very impressed thus far. We can go all the way to the end of the season and see if we can get into the playoffs, but definitely sign for improvement here. Maybe we got lucky here. Crawley seemed to have gotten a reasonable manager. Yeah, Michael Appleton, he's there. So definitely York pulled the corker there, getting my clone into the job. So valuable experience for him thus far after the heartbreak of Kilmarnock. And just before we go, we can see how they're doing under George Burley in the full season. So they're in the championship. They were relegated. So unfortunately for them, they won the cup but got relegated. So disaster for Killy. But that'll conclude this part of the episode, guys. We'll fast forward now to the end of the season for the fourth rendition of this series. I hope you're enjoying, and speak to you again soon. Fingers crossed we can see a promotion, or maybe even a job promotion. You never know what could happen, but let me know how we're going, and see you again soon. Bye.